Horror movies have always been a popular genre for filmgoers, with their ability to thrill and scare audiences providing a unique form of entertainment. With Halloween just around the corner, it is the perfect time to count down the top 10 horror movies of all time. The Exorcist, 1973. This classic horror film tells the story of a young girl possessed by a demon and the two priests who try to save her. The movie's use of special effects and intense subject matter made it a groundbreaking film, and it remains one of the most iconic horror movies of all time. The Shining, 1980. Based on the novel by Stephen King, The Shining follows the story of a writer who takes a job as a caretaker at an isolated hotel, only to become possessed by the evil spirits that haunt the building. The movie's haunting imagery and psychological horror make it a must-see for any horror fan. A Clockwork Orange, 1971. This film tells the story of a young man who is brainwashed and conditioned to stop committing acts of violence. While not a traditional horror movie, A Clockwork Orange's disturbing themes and ultraviolent scenes make it a horror classic. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. This low-budget horror film follows a group of friends who are terrorized by a family of cannibals, including the iconic Leatherface. The movie's grim and gruesome atmosphere makes it a horror staple. Psycho, 1960. This film, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, follows the story of a young woman who is murdered at a small hotel by a disturbed owner. The movie's twist ending and innovative use of music and camera techniques make it a timeless horror classic. The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. This horror thriller follows an FBI trainee who seeks the help of an imprisoned cannibalistic serial killer in order to catch another serial killer on the loose. The film's psychological depth and strong performances from its lead actors make it a standout in the horror genre. The Blair Witch Project, 1999. This found-footage horror film follows a group of friends who become lost in the woods while searching for the legendary Blair Witch. The movie's use of real footage and its marketing campaign, which claimed the events in the film were real, made it a groundbreaking and highly successful horror film. The Conjuring, 2013. This horror film, based on the true story of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, follows the couple as they help a family terrorized by a dark presence in their home. The movie's atmosphere and scares make it a modern horror classic. Alien, 1979. This science fiction horror film follows the crew of a spaceship as they are hunted by a deadly extraterrestrial creature. The movie's tense atmosphere and groundbreaking special effects make it a must-see for any horror fan. The Sixth Sense, 1999. This psychological horror film follows a young boy who can see and communicate with the dead and the child psychologist trying to help him. The movie's twist ending and strong performances from its lead actors make it a standout in the horror genre. These are just the top 10 horror movies of all time out there, but they are definitely some of the most memorable and influential in the genre. Whether you prefer traditional horror, psychological thrills, or science fiction scares, there is a horror movie for you.